Do you feel lost, abandoned, or like life is moving against you? Discover the powerful truth that God did not bring you this far to abandon you. In this video, we explore timeless wisdom from Napoleon Hill and the teachings of Jesus Christ, showing you how every struggle, setback, and moment of doubt is preparing you for victory. Learn how to trust divine guidance, transform challenges into strength, and walk confidently toward your purpose. This video is for anyone seeking clarity, spiritual growth, and motivation to overcome obstacles. Whether you are facing fear, uncertainty, or delay, this message will remind you that every step of your journey has meaning, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends and family who need encouragement, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful content that blends spirituality, personal development, and timeless teachings from Napoleon Hill and Jesus Christ. Keywords, not tags, for SEO. God never abandons you. Napoleon Hill motivation. Christian inspiration, spiritual growth, faith and perseverance, overcoming struggles, divine guidance, personal development, faith-based motivation, life purpose. Life has a way of testing us in the moments we least expect. One day, you wake up with clarity, purpose, and determination, believing that every step you take is leading you toward fulfillment. And the next, everything seems uncertain, confusing, and heavy. You may feel lost, as though the path you thought was certain has vanished. Doubts creep in, fear whispers that your efforts have been wasted, and despair threatens to take hold. Yet these moments of perceived loss are not signs that you have been abandoned. They are signals that your journey is unfolding in ways you cannot yet see. Every detour, every setback, every moment of waiting is part of a divine plan. A step that shapes you, molds your character, and positions you for the next stage of your life. Most people give up in these moments. They measure progress only by immediate results, visible accomplishments, or recognition from others. When life does not provide these, they assume they are alone, that God has forgotten them, or that the universe is indifferent. But the truth is that the path you thought you lost was never truly lost. It was simply hidden from view, waiting for your persistence, faith, and patience to align with the opportunities ahead. Napoleon Hill spoke often about the unseen forces that guide those who persist. He described a world where desire, faith, and persistence attract the circumstances needed for success. This is not just a principle of personal achievement, it is a spiritual truth. Every obstacle, every challenge, is a teacher disguised in adversity, a test of your endurance, and an invitation to grow. Consider the times in your life when failure seemed absolute. Perhaps a relationship ended, a career opportunity fell through, or a dream appeared to crumble before your eyes. Yet, often, in the days or weeks that followed, unexpected doors opened. A chance encounter led to a new opportunity. A lesson learned reshaped your perspective, or an insight emerged that changed everything. These are not coincidences. These are the subtle workings of divine guidance, invisible threads connecting your past struggles to your future triumphs. Life does not abandon you, even when circumstances seem dark, even when hope feels distant. God is moving, orchestrating events, preparing the ground for what is to come. Understanding this truth transforms the way we see our struggles. Instead of despairing over setbacks, you begin to look for the lessons embedded in them. You realize that every failure carries within it the seeds of growth, that every challenge is an opportunity to develop strength, resilience, and wisdom. Napoleon Hill documented countless examples of individuals who faced repeated failures yet persisted, driven by unwavering faith in their purpose. They understood that visible outcomes are temporary indicators, but the process, the internal growth, is eternal. You too are on such a path. The moments that feel like losses are actually investments in your future self, moments shaping the person you are becoming. Faith becomes the lens through which you see these experiences differently. Faith is not blind optimism. It is the awareness that even when you cannot see the full picture, the invisible hand of guidance is leading you where you need to go. When you begin to accept that setbacks are temporary, that every challenge is preparing you for the next stage of your life, fear loses its power. Instead of feeling abandoned, You feel supported, carried, and aligned with a higher purpose. This understanding does not remove the difficulty of the journey, but it changes your response to it. It gives you clarity in chaos, strength in struggle, and hope in uncertainty. The path you thought you lost was never gone. It was simply unseen, hidden behind moments of doubt, fear, and waiting. Every struggle, every perceived failure, every period of uncertainty is a signal, not of abandonment, but of preparation. You are being shaped, refined, and positioned for your breakthrough. The moment you feel most lost may be the exact moment before your greatest revelation. When you persist, when you hold on to faith, when you trust the process and the unseen forces guiding you, you step into a life that aligns with your highest purpose. Life's greatest opportunities are often born out of struggle, and every step you have taken, even the ones that seemed wasted, has led you exactly where you need to be. Your path is not lost. It is forming right now under the guidance of a force far greater than you can see, and it will lead you to the fulfillment you have always been seeking. There is a force at work in your life that you cannot always see, measure, or predict, yet it moves with precision, timing, and intention. Many call it fate, destiny, or divine guidance. Others dismiss it as coincidence, randomness, or luck. But the truth is undeniable. There is an invisible hand guiding your journey, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities in ways that serve your highest purpose. You may not recognize it in the moment, especially when life feels chaotic. But every challenge, every chance encounter, and every seemingly insignificant decision is part of a larger design. Napoleon Hill emphasized the principle of definiteness of purpose, and here it intersects with the spiritual truth that God and the universe are orchestrating events to align with your growth and fulfillment. Think about the times when events in your life seemed impossible to coordinate, yet everything fell into place as if by magic. Perhaps it was meeting the right person at the right time, discovering an opportunity you didn't even know existed, or experiencing a series of challenges that ultimately taught you the exact lesson you needed. These are not coincidences. These are the movements of the invisible hand, working behind the scenes, shaping your journey in ways that often go unnoticed until much later. Most people fail to recognize this force because they focus solely on what is visible, immediate, and measurable. They seek results that are tangible, forgetting that the true measure of progress often lies in the unseen, internal, and transformative changes taking place within them. The invisible hand does not always act in ways that are comfortable or easy to understand. It may challenge you, push you out of your comfort zone, or place obstacles in your path. These are deliberate steps designed to develop your character, strengthen your faith, and expand your understanding of life. Just as a master sculptor chisels away at raw stone to reveal the form hidden within, this guiding force shapes you through experiences that test, stretch, and refine your spirit. You may feel frustrated, impatient, or even angry at times, but these are signs that growth is happening. Every difficulty, every delay, and every unexpected twist is part of a carefully orchestrated plan intended to bring you closer to your highest potential. Faith allows you to recognize this hand at work. Faith is the acknowledgement that even when you cannot see the full picture, there is purpose in every moment. It is the belief that nothing in your life happens by accident, and that even your struggles are meaningful. When you embrace this perspective, challenges cease to feel like punishment or abandonment. Instead, they become opportunities to align yourself with the force that is shaping your destiny. Napoleon Hill spoke of the power of a definite purpose combined with unwavering belief. And when you merge this principle with spiritual insight, you begin to see how every event, no matter how small or difficult, contributes to the fulfillment of your greater purpose. The invisible hand is also patient. It works according to timing that surpasses human understanding. It waits until you are ready, until your mind, heart, and spirit are prepared to receive the next step, lesson, or blessing. Many give up too soon, abandoning their dreams or goals just before a breakthrough occurs. They do not realize that the forces guiding them are already in motion, quietly arranging circumstances to support their success. By cultivating awareness, patience, and trust, you begin to perceive the subtle signs of alignment. Moments that seem coincidental but are, in reality, proof that you are being guided. Recognizing the invisible hand transforms the way you live. You start to approach challenges with curiosity instead of fear, setbacks with reflection instead of despair, and opportunities with readiness instead of hesitation. Life no longer feels random or arbitrary. Every experience gains meaning. Every struggle becomes a stepping stone. Every pause or delay is a preparation for something greater. Your journey is not dictated by luck or chance. It is guided by a force that is working tirelessly to lead you toward your highest calling. The invisible hand is always at work, orchestrating your path, shaping your purpose, and aligning your life with the fulfillment that awaits you. All that is required is faith, patience, and the willingness to move forward even when the road is not yet fully revealed. Faith is not simply believing in what you can see. It is the courage to trust in what is unseen, the decision to move forward even when the path is uncertain, and the willingness to act despite fear, doubt, or confusion. Most people limit faith to religious rituals or hopeful thoughts, but true faith is a force that transforms reality itself. It is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. Napoleon Hill spoke often about the power of belief, emphasizing that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. When this principle meets the teachings of Jesus Christ, faith becomes not just a mindset, but a spiritual practice, a daily commitment to trust in divine timing and wisdom. Faith is what allows you to step confidently into the unknown, knowing that the forces guiding you are greater than any obstacle in your way. Consider the moments in life when everything seems lost, when doors close unexpectedly and plans collapse. In these moments, ordinary people panic, withdraw, or surrender. Those with faith, however, see these experiences differently. They understand that what is hidden, unseen, or delayed is often more powerful than what appears immediately achievable. Faith transforms waiting into preparation, struggle into strength, and uncertainty into opportunity. It teaches that life's most important outcomes are rarely immediate. They are cultivated over time through patience, belief, and perseverance. To act with faith is not to ignore reality, but to recognize that the reality of your circumstances is temporary, while the reality of purpose and divine guidance is eternal. Faith also sharpens perception. When you move with faith, you begin to notice patterns, signs, and opportunities that others overlook. You recognize that challenges are not interruptions, but invitations to align more deeply with your purpose. Every delay, every setback, and every obstacle is an opportunity to exercise faith, to trust in the process, and to strengthen your inner resolve. This is where true transformation occurs. Not when the world changes for you, but when you change your perspective, aligning your mind, heart, and spirit with the truth that you are guided, supported, and destined for fulfillment. Napoleon Hill emphasized that belief and faith are not passive. They require action. True faith manifests in decisions, behaviors, and commitments that reflect trust in a higher power. It is not enough to simply hope for change. You must live as if the outcome is already aligned with your purpose. This is not arrogance, but alignment. By combining faith with deliberate action, you begin to influence the unseen forces at work in your life. You become a co-creator of your destiny, working in harmony with divine guidance. Faith becomes both a shield against doubt and a compass that directs your steps through uncertainty. Faith also transforms fear. Fear and faith cannot coexist in the same space. When you cultivate deep, unwavering belief in the presence of guidance, support, and purpose, fear loses its grip. Obstacles no longer paralyze you. Instead, they invite reflection, strategy, and resilience. Life's challenges become catalysts for growth rather than reasons for surrender. In this way, faith is not passive hope but active engagement with the unseen. A conscious choice to trust that every circumstance, no matter how difficult, is preparing you for a higher outcome. The essence of faith beyond understanding is surrender, not to weakness, but to wisdom. It is recognizing that you are part of a larger design, that your struggles have meaning, and that the trajectory of your life is guided by forces greater than your own understanding. Faith allows you to persist when logic suggests giving up. It allows you to act decisively when fear tries to hold you back. It allows you to embrace uncertainty with courage, knowing that your purpose will reveal itself in due time. This faith, grounded in both Napoleon Hill's principles and the teachings of Jesus Christ, transforms every challenge into a stepping stone and every waiting period into preparation. It opens the door to clarity, purpose, and fulfillment, and it ensures that even when you cannot see the path ahead, you are never walking it alone. Struggle is an inevitable part of life, but it is also one of the most powerful teachers you will ever encounter. Every challenge, every failure, every moment of pain carries within it the seeds of transformation. Many people view struggle as a punishment or an obstacle to happiness, but the truth is that it is a crucible in which character, resilience, and wisdom are forged. Napoleon Hill emphasized that adversity is an essential component of success, and when we combine this with the teachings of Jesus Christ, we understand that no trial is meaningless. Every difficulty is designed to strengthen you, to awaken hidden potential, and to align you more closely with your divine purpose. When you experience struggle, it is natural to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even defeated. The weight of life's challenges can cloud your vision, making it difficult to see the lessons hidden within the pain. Yet these moments are invitations to cultivate patience, fortitude, and discernment. They ask you to pause, reflect, and consider how your responses can shape not only the outcome, but also the person you are becoming. Life does not merely test you, it shapes you. Every setback is an opportunity to reassess, to refine your approach, and to grow stronger in ways that success alone cannot achieve. The process of transforming struggle into strength begins with perspective. Struggle is not a sign that you are failing. It is evidence that you are in the process of becoming. It is a signal that growth is occurring beneath the surface, often invisible but profound. When you embrace this perspective, adversity loses its paralyzing power. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this, and how can I emerge stronger?" This shift in thinking is essential. It allows you to convert challenges into opportunities for self-discovery, spiritual awakening, and practical growth. Faith and action work together in this process. It is not enough to hope that your struggles will yield results. You must engage actively with them. Take responsibility for your growth, seek insight in every difficulty, and apply the lessons you uncover. Napoleon Hill highlighted that persistent effort, guided by a clear purpose and belief in unseen forces, transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Similarly, the teachings of Jesus remind us that perseverance, humility, and reliance on divine guidance turn trials into triumphs. When struggle is met with disciplined action and unwavering faith, it ceases to be a burden and becomes a catalyst for transformation. Another essential aspect of this process is embracing discomfort. Growth rarely occurs within the comfort zone. Pain, failure, and challenge force you to confront limitations, overcome fears, and expand your capabilities. Each struggle carries a hidden advantage. It strengthens your mind, deepens your character, and sharpens your insight. The person you become through these experiences is more resilient, more capable, and more aligned with your life's purpose. Struggle is not a detour, it is the path. Those who attempt to bypass it often miss the transformative lessons embedded in every challenge. Finally, transforming struggle into strength requires reflection and gratitude. Recognize the progress you have made, even if it feels small. Honor the lessons learned, the patience developed, and the courage exercised. Understand that each moment of hardship was not wasted. It was shaping you for a higher purpose, preparing you for opportunities that only become visible after growth has occurred. By seeing struggle as a sacred teacher, you begin to navigate life with confidence, resilience, and a deep sense of purpose. You realize that strength is not the absence of difficulty, but the mastery of it. Every trial you face is part of a larger design, a divine orchestration guiding you toward your destiny. And every step you take in faith transforms adversity into empowerment, fear into clarity, and challenges into triumph. There comes a moment in every journey when clarity pierces the fog of uncertainty. It is the moment when you suddenly understand that every struggle, every delay, and every challenge you faced was not random, not a punishment, not a sign of abandonment. It was preparation. It was divine orchestration guiding you toward a higher purpose that only now becomes visible. In this moment of revelation, everything aligns. the lessons learned, the growth achieved, and the opportunities before you converge into a single, undeniable truth. You realize that God did not bring you this far to abandon you, that every hardship was a stepping stone, and that your journey has been guided with precision beyond your comprehension. This moment often arrives quietly, without fanfare, yet its impact is profound. It is the culmination of faith, persistence, and alignment with purpose. Napoleon Hill emphasized that success is rarely instant. It is cultivated through deliberate action, belief, and the wisdom gained from overcoming adversity. Similarly, the teachings of Jesus remind us that divine timing is perfect, that patience and trust are essential, and that our ultimate victories are shaped by both unseen guidance and our response to challenges. When you reach this point of revelation, you understand that every obstacle was necessary, every setback meaningful, and every period of doubt essential. It is here that fear loses its grip, and confidence, clarity, and purpose replace it. The moment of revelation also carries responsibility. Understanding your path does not mean passively waiting for life to unfold. It means stepping forward with intention, courage, and faith. It is the moment to act decisively, to embrace your calling, and to engage fully with the opportunities that have been prepared for you. Life's greatest rewards are reserved for those who move with awareness and alignment, those who combine insight with action, and those who refuse to let fear or hesitation obscure their vision. This revelation is not simply knowledge. It is empowerment, a call to rise above doubt and embrace your destiny with unwavering certainty. Often, the impact of this moment is amplified by reflection. Looking back, you can see the patterns that were invisible before, the lessons hidden in trials, and the ways in which guidance unfolded in perfect sequence. You recognize that nothing was wasted, that no experience was meaningless, and that the accumulation of faith, effort, and learning has prepared you for the next stage of life. It is a profound awakening to the fact that your path has been intentionally shaped, your struggles transformed into strengths, and your challenges aligned with the fulfillment you seek. This realization brings peace, purpose, and a renewed commitment to pursue your calling with clarity and determination. Finally, the moment of revelation is transformative because it ignites action. It is not a passive understanding, but a catalyst that propels you forward with confidence. You step into life with the knowledge that every challenge you faced was necessary, that divine guidance has always been present, and that your destiny is unfolding exactly as it should. It inspires unwavering faith, deep gratitude, and a powerful sense of direction. You are no longer weighed down by doubt or fear. Instead, you are empowered by insight, strengthened by experience, and guided by purpose. This is the ultimate truth. God did not bring you this far to abandon you. Every trial, every setback, every period of uncertainty has been preparing you for this very moment, where clarity meets action and faith becomes your guiding light. Your revelation has arrived, and with it, the certainty that your journey is divinely orchestrated, purposeful, and unstoppable. Life has a way of testing us in ways we cannot predict. One day we feel confident, aligned, and certain that our path is clear, and the next, everything seems uncertain. We may feel lost, abandoned, or convinced that all our efforts have been wasted. But even in these moments of doubt, there is a profound truth. God has never abandoned you. Jesus promised that He walks beside us, guiding our steps even when the path is hidden. Napoleon Hill echoed this principle in his teachings, explaining that unseen forces align with our purpose when we act with faith, persistence, and clarity. Every detour, every setback, every period of waiting is part of a divine design, a preparation for the destiny that awaits you. Consider the times in your life when everything seemed impossible, when doors closed, plans fell apart, or dreams appeared shattered. These moments are not coincidences. They are the invisible hand of purpose at work, shaping your journey in ways you cannot yet see. God's orchestration is precise, patient, and intentional, aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities to guide you toward growth and fulfillment. Napoleon Hill described this principle as the power of a definite purpose, where belief and persistence attract the forces necessary to achieve success. In your life, the same principle operates spiritually. Unseen forces, guided by God, are preparing the path that only faith can reveal. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the visible. It allows you to act decisively even when outcomes are uncertain. It transforms waiting into preparation and struggle into opportunity. True faith, as Jesus taught, moves mountains. It empowers you to step into the unknown with courage, knowing that divine guidance surrounds every decision, every step, and every challenge. Napoleon Hill reminds us that belief combined with action is what shapes reality. Faith is not passive. It is living as if your purpose is already unfolding, even when you cannot yet see it. With faith, fear loses its grip, hesitation fades, and clarity emerges where confusion once reigned. Struggle, then, is not a punishment, but a crucible. Every failure, every hardship, and every moment of pain contains within it the potential for transformation. Life's challenges are opportunities to cultivate patience, resilience, and wisdom. Jesus himself experienced trials, teaching us that adversity can be transformed into strength and purpose. Napoleon Hill observed that those who persist through adversity achieve extraordinary results, not because they are luckier or smarter, but because they recognize the value embedded in struggle. When we embrace difficulties with faith and intentional action, we discover our true power, our character, and our capacity to rise above circumstances. Struggle becomes the path, not the detour, shaping us into the people we were meant to become. And then comes the moment of revelation, a moment when clarity pierces the fog of uncertainty, when you suddenly understand that every setback, every trial, and every period of waiting has been purposeful. You realize that God did not bring you this far to abandon you. Jesus' promise that nothing can separate us from his love becomes undeniable, and the wisdom of Napoleon Hill clarifies that persistent faith and purposeful action always bear fruit. This is the point where insight meets action, where understanding transforms into empowerment. Life's greatest breakthroughs are not always visible in advance. They emerge when we have cultivated patience, resilience, and belief. In this moment, fear loses its power, doubt fades, and confidence rises. You recognize that every challenge was necessary, every delay meaningful, and every obstacle a teacher guiding you toward your destiny. Now is the time to act. The moment of revelation is not a call to passivity. It is a call to embrace your purpose, to step forward with courage, and to align your actions with the guidance you have been receiving all along. Every lesson, every struggle, every period of uncertainty has prepared you for this moment. With faith in Jesus Christ and the principles of Napoleon Hill as your guide, you can navigate life with clarity, strength, and unwavering determination. You are not lost. You are being guided. You are being prepared. And your destiny, aligned with divine purpose, is ready to unfold before you.